That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
Christopher, you have the floor.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Did you guys enjoy that Sunday yesterday?
Wild.
Yeah.
Lots to overreact to, I bet.
Lots to overreact. All right, first up, guess what? The NFC stinks, and Jimmy G's leading the Niners back to the NFC title game.
Chill, baby, chill.
Hey, man. The Niners are 1-1. You know, that it's one of those where they're going to look back in like 2 months from now saying, how the hell did we lose to the Bears in the rain in week 1? How the hell did that happen?
Well, why the hell did we draft Trey Lance?
You know, that could be a question in the middle of next spring. We'll see what Jimmy G does, but Debo's still there. Kittle is yet to play.
Yeah.
The defense looks stout. The Niners still have 4 running backs and 5 tight ends you've never heard of that's not scoring for anybody's
Screwing up
fantasy
your
team.
Yep.
But they're scoring for the 49ers. Isn't that amazing? They've got, you know, one of the greatest offensive minds in the game. But so many people are talking about Shanahan and but only, 3 fantasy players that you're currently using? So I don't think that's an overreaction at all. I think it's an overreaction that the NFC stinks. I'm still happy to live on the Bucs right now as my predicted winner for the NFC.
Really?
Very happy. I love what their defense. That's a championship defense, bud.
Well, the offense is.
And as long as Bruce Arians apparently doesn't have room in his suite and he's standing on the sideline to light fires, this is great.
What did he say to Mike Evans?
I'd love to know. Who ordered the code red?
I mean, good. Well, we know who it is. It's Bruce.
Yeah. What else? That's overreaction that the NFC stinks, but Jimmy G leading the Niners is not an overreaction at all.
TJ, congrats. You finally have a quarterback. If Cooper Rush keeps winning, Cowboys should stick with him.
That's ridiculous. That ain't happening. But it is.
I mean, you kind of alluded to that in the last segment.
I alluded to nothing of the sort, sir. I said Dak should take notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Because what Cooper Rush is doing right now is showing and how, at least in this game against the Bengals, how you can put points on the board without Gallup, how you could put points on the board without Tyron Smith protecting you. And what he's doing with each win is providing the privilege to the situation. Because as we know, Dak refers to pressure as such, and I think he should take notes. That doesn't mean that when Dak is healthy, they're going to think Cooper Rush is their starting guy. That's not happening. That's why you have backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They're like lawyers. You don't want one until you need one. And then when you need them, you would like them to go back. It's like what grandparents do with children, with their grandchildren. All right?
Back.
I want to have you. I love having you. But when it's time, take it back. That's what it's like. Take back the backup quarterback. Let's get the starter in and win the Super Bowl. Because the starter's going to be better because there's more privilege based on how the backup played.
Rich, it's like when you go to Ohio, I want you to take my boy Tadao with you because it's better that you have security and not need it than need it and not have it, especially now. That's all I'm saying.
That's an overreaction. Maybe the grossest overreaction you've had in quite some time.
Beat the Giants, we'll see.
Let's go.
All right, you know who's pretty good, guys? That team in Detroit. The Lions can be a playoff team, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is a top 5 wide receiver.
The sun god.
What did you say without stuttering that was incorrect right there? What did you say?
Nothing.
Top 5 wide receiver. That dude is amazing.
If I'm not mistaken, 8 straight games with a touchdown and at least 8 receptions in a game or something like that.
He led them in receiving and rushing yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm in.
What did you say is wrong?
I'm in.
Jared Goff played in a Super Bowl, and he was winging it around. And look, I just know this for a fact. When you have an offense that is not making many mistakes, and you have a really good running back, they have one, right? DeAndre Swift, right?
They do have a
and they have
running
they have a passing game that the quarterback, if they're not making any mistakes, can provide you that lift on offense. As long as Aiden Hutchinson's there sacking people, you can win your conference. How about that?
Ooh.
Now, that's the Big Ten.
That's spicy.
I'll say that you can make the playoffs in the NFL. Because I watched it happen last year. That kid's special. And so is St. Brown. Oh, yeah. That's not an overreaction.
Creator of life.
All right, I like it.
Amon-Ra.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that You did not stutter. What else?
All right, we got 4 2-0 teams.
Yes.
Guys, probably going to have a fifth tonight if Buffalo handles business.
Yes.
I'm going to say the Bucs are the most fugazi of the 2-0 teams.
Ridiculous. Did you call Tom Brady fugazi? Is that what you're calling
No,
him?
I said the Buccaneers as a whole.
Why?
Everybody's hurt. They have no wide receivers.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
They just won a game.
They can't score any points.
That doesn't matter. They said they scored 20 yesterday. Enough. Double the amount they needed to avoid overtime.
They scored 13 on offense. They got a pick 6.
Okay. Are you moving on to Cincinnati on me figuratively? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know, man.
You want to move on to Cincinnati?
There's just something going on with the Bucs that I don't like.
You know what's going on with the Bucs? What's going on with the Bucs is they have a championship defense. They have a GOAT who's age 45 who didn't spend a lot of time, all the time that he normally does in training camp.
He's like spiking tablets on the sideline.
That's what the Saints will do to you. And he only has to face the Saints one more time, and it's at home. And he got out of the Superdome with a win, which he has not done in the regular season in quite some time. And you know what he did? He strolled into the place where he played his first Super Bowl at age 24, his first game in the Superdome. And then yesterday, strolled out as a 45-year-old guy with 7 more rings, including 6 more than the one that he got there. And don't forget, he's in line for an 8th this year. And don't forget, out of here, most Fugazi 2-0 team.
Don't forget, he also now has every Wednesday off. He doesn't have to practice on Wednesdays for the rest of the season.
You say, hold a minute.
Yes. Whatever you're about to say, yeah. Then the Giants? Yeah.
The Giants are more real as a threat than the Bucs. Come on, Chris Brockman.
Come on. Through 2 games?
All right.